Hello everyone, my name is Kevin Tamakuwala and today I am going to discuss about competitive programming and DSA. And I am going to tell you how to ace coding interviews and CP contest. This is the brief introduction about me. This initiative has been undertaken under the mentorship and guidance of Dr. Vipul Dabi, HOD of IT Department, and Dr. Harsat Prajapati, Associate Professor of IT Department. So let us just deep dive into DSA. So what are data structures, right? So data structures are just like organizing information or data in a specific manner, right? So let us say you are in a library and all the books are arranged in a particular order. So why they're arranged? Because you need to find a particular book very quickly, right? So the organizing, the storing or information or such as like data, so you can apply the algorithms or you can process that data. So these are nothing but data structures. So what are algorithms? So algorithms are nothing but step-by-step instructions which you process on those stored data, right? So let us say you are finding a book. So you will follow a step-by-step guide that where this book should be present, right? So you will first go into a particular shelf and then you will search that particular book. Okay, so these are nothing but algorithms. So what is the real life usage of data structures, right? So let us say you are in a shopping mart and you want to do your billing, right? So which queue you would be preferring, right? A short queue or a long queue, right? So most people would think that I would stand in this short queue because this queue would move fast, right? But this is not always the case, as you know, irrespective of the length, right, the motion of this queue would depend on the total number of groceries available in that queue, right? So let us say in this longer queue the amount of grocery is relatively less as compared to this shorter queue, right? So this long queue would move fast. Okay, so this is why data structure would come into this picture, because see, greedy approach. Let us say there are multiple n number of queues present and you need to find that on which queue I should stand, right? So the a queue having least number of groceries would be your optimal answer, right? So greedy approach comes into this picture. Also, let us say there is a family tree, right? And Alice and Bob are two siblings, right? Or two nodes in a tree, right? And you want to find that who is the lowest common ancestor, right? In this case, so Matthew is the lowest common ancestor for Alice and Bob. So this technique has been used to determine the emergence of some genetic diseases that let us say Matthew has been transferring his genetic disease to Alice as well as Bob, right? So emergence of genetic disease has been starting from here, right? So because Matthew is the lowest common ancestor, right? So yes, so this problem can be solved using tree, and we can apply the lowest common ancestor algorithm to it. Also, backtracking, yes. Suppose you might have been knowing about a maze or a bulbulaya, right? So let us say you are stuck over here, right? And you want to find a path to come out of this maze. Yeah. Okay. And let us say you are moving on this path, right? And you are blocked over here. So you would be returning back to this path, original place, and then you would be searching for another path, right? So this is called as backtracking, right? So you would come back to this and you would find another path to it, right? Another application is this Twitter, or let us say Instagram. So let us say I'm searching for some account, right? And the related amount of related number of accounts would come to suggestions, right? So this is nothing but string searching. So try data structures helps to store the strings such that you can search for it in a least optimal time. Also, Dijkstra's algorithm is used by Google Maps to determine the least shortest distance, least possible path between two places. Also, yes, so what is competitive programming, right? So we have just discussed about data structures and applications and its real life usage, right? But what is competitive programming? So competitive programming is nothing but a mental sport, which it is just like chess, right? So it is just like chess. It is also a mental sport in which you use your data structures and algorithms knowledge, and you compete among other competitive coders across the world, and you win ranks, you win some goodies and stuff, right? In some cases, Right, so these are the few competitive programming websites such as CodeChef, CodeForces, HackerRank. These are few very famous programming platforms. Also, now let me just show you how you can solve a particular problem on LeetCode or any such other platform, right? So this is nothing but a problem statement given to me. So this is just a missing number problem. It's a easy problem, right? And see, here you can read input and output format. Here you can, see explanations, right? So let us say 0, 1, and 3. So okay, so 2 is the missing number, so output is 2. So it's just a simple code where I have written this code in C++. You can also select another programming languages of your choice such as Java, Python, JavaScript, any kind of language, right? And see, here I have submitted this code and my processing, my code has been processing and be tested along all the test cases, sample test cases. Okay, so see, I've got this accepted solution, right? Here accepted solution, and I've got my streak as 288 days. Okay, so now I'll be discussing about what are the benefits of competitive programming, right? So benefits of competitive programming involves the placement in FANG companies, right? So this everyone has dreamed to join FANG, Microsoft, Google, right? Also, these are the few companies who hire top competitive programmers, Media.net and FANG, Mang, right? So yes, and also another benefit is rapid career growth. Yes, why rapid career growth? Because see, if you are a person who knows competitive programming, then you can solve complex problems very in much efficient manner, in much faster rate than other programmers. So your career growth would be exponential in this case. Okay, now I'll be telling you how you can follow how a structured path to ace coding rounds as well as competitive programming contest. Right. So if you are a beginner, just learn a programming language. I would recommend you to learn C++, or if you are interested in Python or JavaScript or Java, you can select that. Okay, but C++ is generally used by most of the programmers because of its versatile nature. Right. After learning a programming language, you should practice problems on HackerRank. Right. You can solve easy problems on HackerRank, right, and less than 1100 rated problems on CodeChef. Why I'm telling you this? Because this is how you can build logic. This is how you can gain confidence as well as you can develop your interest in coding, right? After practicing, you can you might be learning DSA in your third or fourth semester, right? So after learning after or during learning your DSA, you can practice and grind on lead code, right? Don't see problem count, don't see how much problems you have solved, just focus on a problem, right? Focus on easy to medium ratios. For solve easy medium in the beginning and then go for hard, right? So lead code should never stop. Lead coding should never stop. Okay, I have seen folks who are just doing lead code for the problem count, right? I have solved 500 problems or 600 problems, so that doesn't matter until and unless you improve, right? So yes, lead code should not be done during just before the interview. You should be doing along with your journey. Okay, so yes, GFG and lead code contests are also very much important for your interview and logic building, right? Because see, GFG contests are relatively easy compared to lead code or code chef contests, and GFG contests are really a confidence booster. So this is how you can gain confidence and you can indulge in more contest related stuff. Also practice and give contests on code forces. So if you are a beginner, if you haven't been on code forces yet, so just start solving problems, 800 rated problems, right? So those problems are generally of greedy only, straightforward problem definitions, and you can easily come familiar with code forces UI and code forces environment, right? And let us say you have been giving contest and you want to improve, right? So let us say your problem rating your contest rating is 100, right? Sorry, 1000. So what you can do is you can solve problems in the range of 900 to 1300, right? So this is how you can improve and you can come across variety of problems, and this is how you can improve in contest. Okay, so just solve in this problem range and you will be eventually able to solve higher rated problems as well. And yes, last point is learning should never stop, because see, learning new algorithms or new technique every day, you don't know, you may win a contest with that particular concept, right? So yes, so these are my path that how you can ace coding contest or interviews, right? So first learn a programming language, start practice on HackerRank, grind on lead code, and give and be familiar with contest environment, right? So GFG and lead code contest would be the foundation. Okay, also code chef contests are also very good. You can also start from code chef contest, right? And then begin on code forces, because see, if you begin with code forces, then you what I personally feel, you would get demotivated, right? Because the environment is also very tough, and the level of problem is also very tough. Okay, so once you are familiar with contest environment, once you are familiar with programming and developing, building algorithms, so then you can move on code forces. And yes, code forces, you cannot skip it, right? Just a very important point, you cannot skip code forces, you have to do it, right? Because this is how you can improve. Okay. So yes, these are the few resources I have listed out, and I would be providing in description as well. So please check it out, because these are free and these are the resources that I have followed. Okay, so let us say I would categorize these resources into three categories. Okay, so if you are a blog person, if you love to read problems, if you want to deep dive into core concepts, then these three are the the best resource online. So cpu algorithms is like a bible for competitive programming. So these algorithms include everything asked in code forces or cp contest. Also code forces blogs are also very important, such as, so these blogs involve experience of other users. These blogs involves how you can solve a particular category of a problem, right? So such as bit manipulation, or dp on grids, such topics, you can read it out. Also GFG and lead code blogs are also very useful. Now talking about the youtube part, right? So if you are a YouTube person, right, so you can watch this Take You Forward channel, you can follow it completely, I must say. But if you don't, if you don't have much time, so these four topics you must watch. Okay, recursion is very good. Okay, trees, graphs, and DP, these four topics are the best on YouTube. Okay. Also, if you want to learn STL is a library in C++, where you can use inbuilt functions to solve a to reduce your complexity of the code. So this STL resources, this STL course by Love is available on YouTube. It is very much popular and very much easy to understand, right? Also Vivek Gupta, yes, Vivek Gupta is also very famous YouTuber, and greedy playlist and segmentary episodes are also top notch on his channel. Okay, so what are the platforms that you should be focusing on? Right, so CSES is one of the platform where you can, where you can get every topic wise selected problems. Like if you are a beginner, so you can solve introductory problems. So there are 15 to 20 problems in each topics, right? So CSES problem set is also very much important, because it contains only 300 problems, and those 300 are very much selected, right? So this selection of problems has been done in such a way that you can solve any problem of that kind, right? Also you should practice on code forces and code chef. So these three things you cannot skip as well. Okay, I've just discussed about GFG lead code in previous slides, but these three things must also you should follow along, right? And also I would like to say interview bit, right? So let us say your interview bit, if your interview is scheduled in 1 or 2 months, right? So you can follow interview bit, because it is the best for interview preparation. Yes, and at coder I feel it is optional. Why is it optional? Because see, this few things involves everything, right? The code chef, code forces, lead code, and also CSES. This include everything. So if you are at such a level that you can solve, if you are very much involved in competitive programming, then I feel that at coder you should join. It is similar kind of thing to code forces as well, but I think these things are enough, right? So let us just move about, let us see what are my few achievements in competitive programming. Okay, so I'm a 4-star coder at Code Chef. I'm a knight on lead code and top 5% in contest rating. I'm also specialist on code forces. Okay, so this is somewhat kind of motivation to you all. And these are my socials. So this is my email, LinkedIn, as well as GitHub. So if you feel if you have any kind of doubt or any kind of queries, you can reach me out here. So thank you very much, guys.